Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
We're getting near the end of it, at least for this season.
Yeah. For volume 1, we're getting towards the end of it. This is chapter 15. Really liked the last episode, or last chapter or whatever, that Jean Arc finally stood up for himself, so that was cool. And yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and continue with this. If you want early access for our RWBY reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We have a link to our Patreon. You can go ahead and sign up for that, and to get early access to Dragon Ball Z Abridged if if you fancy that as well.
And who doesn't love early access?
Yeah, exactly. Kara putting her hand on John's shoulder. It's gonna be alright, buddy.
You cross that a little bit.
It's got like a holiday vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, welcome to Vale.
The Vytal Festival! Oh, this is absolutely wonderful!
I don't think I've ever seen you smile this much, Weiss.
Heh.
It's kind of weirding me out.
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world. There will be dances, parades, a tournament. Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
You really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Yeah.
Remind me again why we're spending our Friday afternoon visiting the stupid docks.
Oh, they smell like fish. I've heard that students visiting from Vacuo will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of Beacon, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
She wants to spy on them so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that.
Whoa.
It's got a goblet of fire feel to it.
Okay.
Ooh, we're finally going back to the first episode.
What happened here?
Robbery. Second dust shop to be hit this week. This place is turning into a jungle.
You're right. Back to the dust shop robberies.
They left all the money again.
Huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the, White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't get paid enough.
The White Fang. What an awful bunch of degenerates.
What's your problem?
My problem? I simply don't care for the criminally insane.
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then they're very misguided. Either way, it doesn't explain why they would rob a dust shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago. Maybe it was him?
That still doesn't change the fact that the White Fang are a bunch of scum. Those faunists only know how to lie, cheat, and steal.
That's not necessarily
How
true.
do you really feel?
Hey, stop that spawning! Thanks for the ride, guys!
You no good stowaway.
Hey, a no good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great stowaway.
Hey, get down from there this instant.
Chapman? Ooh, okay.
Well, Weiss, you wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick, we have to observe him.
Oh my god.
Not stop him, we have to observe him.
No, he got away.
Weiss?
Salutations.
Hello. Are you okay?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
She a
What
robot?
the hell?
Do you
Yeah.
want to get up?
Yes.
name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby.
I'm Weiss.
Blake.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head? Oh, I'm Yang.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You already said that.
So I did.
Well, sorry for running into you.
This is supposed to be like Pinocchio. Because of how awkward and like.
She was weird.
Like animatronic shit.
Where's
Yeah.
that faunus riffraff run off to?
Like she's not used to being human.
What did you call me?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh.
I definitely didn't think you heard me.
No.
Let's
not
make it right.
You. You.
Me?
I don't know.
You called me friend. Am I really your friend?
Oh God.
Oh, stalker alert.
That intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sensational. We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys.
Oh, slow
is
down.
this what it was like when you met me?
No, she seems far more coordinated.
So, what are you doing
Set
in
yourself up
Vail?
for that.
I'm here to fight in the tournament.
Wait, you're fighting in the tournament?
I'm combat ready.
Forgive me, but you hardly look the part.
Says the girl wearing a dress.
It's a combat skirt.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Way to back
You
her
are
up,
here
Ruby.
for the tournament. Does that mean you know that monkey-tailed rapscallion?
The who?
The filthy fauna
Oh my
from the
God.
boat.
Why do you keep saying that?
Huh?
Stop calling him a rapscallion. Stop calling him a degenerate. He's a person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can? Or this lamppost as a lamppost?
Stop it!
Stop what? He clearly broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the White Fang.
You
Ooh.
ignorant little rat!
Sorry, Weiss, but you deserve that.
How dare you talk to me like that? I am your teammate.
You are a judgmental little girl.
What
Ooh.
in the world makes
Yeah.
you say that?
The mere
I
fact that you
think
would
we
sort
should
that
probably
honest boy with
go.
the terrorist group?
Where are we going?
Basically, the species makes you just as much of a scoundrel as you believe him to be.
So you admit it. The White Fang is just a radical group of terrorists.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't understand why this is causing such a problem.
That is the problem.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think
Agreed.
they hate humanity so much?
Yeah, 'cause they've
It's
been
because of
persecuted.
people like Cardin, people like you, that force the White Fang to take such drastic measures.
People like me?
You're discriminatory.
I'm a victim. You want to know why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't particularly trust the faunus?
Yeah.
That might
It's
help.
because they've been at war with my family for years. War as an actual bloodshed. My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can remember. And ever since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear, board members executed, an entire train car full of dust stolen. And every day, my father would come home furious, and that made for a very difficult childhood.
Weiss,
No!
She was want
You
your pity.
want to know why I despise the White Fang? It's because they're a bunch of liars, thieves, and murderers.
Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around.
We.
I was waiting for that.
Wait! Wait! Come back!
I knew you would look better without the bow.
The monkey.
Yeah. And that's why he winked at her, because they knew each other. Not like some flirty little... Might have been both.
Oh. She's been gone all weekend. Blake's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself.
Weiss, come on. She's one of our teammates.
Is she? We all heard what she said.
Weiss.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
I just hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to know more about me?
Guess he doesn't know her.
Yeah.
But maybe they can sense it. Like that sort of like recognition of a faunus.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that could be it. I liked, we got to know more about Weiss and Blake, those two characters that we need to know more about their backstory and kind of like what makes them, what makes Blake a little bit more standoffish and what makes Weiss so judgmental, I guess is the word that I would use. But I thought it was a very, very good episode as far as giving us more story and more history on the characters.
I love that it taught us about these characters more, and then I also kind of love the sort of how like you can extrapolate the message of this episode into like the larger scale things that are going on in the world. I mean, it feels like from this episode that Blake and Weiss probably come from sort of opposite style socioeconomic backgrounds, opportunities and privilege and whatnot. Obviously, Weiss had all that privilege and power and everything, but it didn't exactly make her childhood happy. And then we hear about Blake, who sounds like she's probably had to struggle a bit more to get the opportunities that she's had. And that's why she found familiarity with this group of faunus and sort of their ideology. And I think I really like what Blake said when she's like, there is no pure evil. I think there are evil forces. I think there are like truly evil forces at work, but people themselves are rarely what I would define as pure evil. They're often corrupted in certain ways to do bad actions or manipulated in certain ways. But often when you talk to somebody who may seem like they're of an opposing ideology or group or mindset or demographic or whatever else it is, when you sit down and just talk brass tacks, you find out you have a ton in common with them, that your judgmental side of saying, oh, all these people are evil, would never have allowed you to reach that.
Well, I think it's also good because Blake was judging Weiss for being judgmental, and Blake was coming at it from a sense of, well, yeah, well, not all people are evil, and like maybe that the White Fang, she said we had a good reason for that, but she was coming at the sense that because from her perspective and what she knew to be true, and like that they weren't evil and like that they had a good reason and justification, without thinking that, well, maybe Weiss has a good justification for being judgmental. And like, that's what happens a lot of times when people try to, change opinions or they get into arguments or whatnot. You don't try to look at the other person's side and the other person's perspective. And it's just like, if someone is being judgmental, like instead of, we're so quick to shame them and to, outcast them and label them as a bad person because they're judgmental, instead of trying to understand why they are this way. And like, I mean, because people aren't born that way, people aren't born judgmental. So it had to be some kind of, and Weiss's is, I think, a little bit more atypical, is the fact of like, it was her family, like had an interaction with the White Fang, as opposed to just listening to like, what she might hear, like, propaganda or whatever, like she might hear like through her friends that like, oh, I had an interaction with the White Fang and they did this, that, and the other. And I think that happens a lot, like where people just, we're quick to judge the people that judge other people, and instead of trying to understand where they're coming from and maybe help. And once you figure out why they do have those judgments, maybe then trying to like, I don't know, like then have like an actual discussion about it instead of trying to force someone's like to change their opinion, because like people are gonna dig in, they're gonna be stubborn.
Well, and Bill Maher also did an interesting episode recently where he spoke about presentism and the fact that we all tend to judge history and everything based on what we know right now and our education and how we see the world. And I think that goes even further to like judging other people, because you tend to assume like, how could they believe this? I mean, it's so obvious that this is terrible to do to society, whatever the case may be. And then like, I would never do that. But it's like, yeah, but you're not thinking in terms of walking in the other person's shoes. And had you had their education, their background, lived in their time period and in their culture,
Their experiences, yeah.
then you very well might have. That tends to be what we call progress from a historical point of view. But it still applies that so often we are unwilling to step outside ourselves and our perspectives to find common ground and understand another person. And at the end of the day, there is so much more that makes us very much the same than there is that makes us different.
Yeah. And, you know, we were quick to judge Weiss too. Like, you know, I was definitely on Blake's side during that argument and thought that Weiss was judgmental. But, you know, then she came with the story and then, yeah, it makes you feel bad. It's like, okay, yeah, there was a reason that she was this way. Like, but like they did a good job in the show because they set her up to be that character. Like right from the beginning, you're kind of like, you're not on Weiss's side and you don't like her. And she is this like haughty-taughty, privileged, you know, rich kid that just has so judgmental about everybody.
Self-righteous.
Yeah, self-righteous. Better
than everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but there is a reason for that, and you know. But yeah, RWBY's always gives us good discussions, so this one was no different. And if you want all of our RWBY reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there, and we got a link to our Patreon where we have early access to RWBY. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 1, Chapter 15, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.